What's up, everyone? It's Fonze here from Plastic Hearts Podcast, going through The Last of Us Part 2 for the second time, trying to go through and snag all the different trophies I missed, and yeah, just kind of wasting time. Loving the game. I went through in depth with my co-host Callum Monroe on the LTR2 podcast, and we talked in detail about our love for the game and our frustration with the story and coming back around to loving it again. It's just a few things, a few pieces of media can kind of give you the roller coaster of emotions that we felt.
Stuff. This heavy Eugene's.
And I'd like to get the platinum.
Yeah, nobody else would tinker this shit.
I really dig how you don't have to complete it on Survivor. You don't have to go through that. You can really, there's so many options with the customization on the game difficulty, and it's all just totally accessible. I love it. And I honestly forgot what I was doing.
Huh. Definitely Eugene's place. He was a firefly?
He served with Tommy.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
This Eugene guy, it would have been cool to get more info on him, especially with the grow room part.
He said he blew
Seeing
up a
him build
checkpoint
this, and
Denver QZ.
I don't know, I never hear of any like potheads in The Last of Us, so to be the one guy apparently who's growing all this weed, and he sounds like a badass.
He also told me that
It would have been awesome for
he
them
and
to
Tommy
explore that
slow-tortured
more.
Some big Fedra. I don't know. I don't buy Tommy doing that though.
He could
Yeah,
do
the trading
worse.
cards. I missed some of the trading cards. I felt like I got most of them, but I guess not.
Angel did a lot to survive after the outbreak.
You think this could have been a good time to product place the hell out of Sony, just have all these different devices be Sony devices, but I guess it'd be weird, yeah, in this world only so, because you see the PS3s too, so if it's only Sony stuff, I guess it stands out a bit more. Okay, what are we doing? I haven't explored. Yep, there's the super fat PlayStation 3, which it's funny that these are the only ones you see and not the slim, nothing else. So it's like, it's ironic that these are the ones that survived, even though I feel like these had a harder time standing the test of time. But there's like the yellow ring that they experienced, something like that, or the yellow light of death.
Oh my god. It's Tommy and Eugene. They look like babies here.
Yeah, this Eugene dude, it's like Jason Momoa a little bit. It's pretty cool looking.
Lights, heaters. There's gotta be a generator around here somewhere.
Is there a
Hey,
craft
found
table
the
here?
generator.
Nope. Trusty old generator.
That's better.
Oh wow.
That is a craft table. Okay,
Workbench,
cool.
Eugene. I bet you could mod your gun with this gear.
I think. Yeah, these animations, they killed it with these gun animations. I mean, Callum brought up in the detailed breakdown, we go over the game, it's almost like there's so much detail, it's too much. Maybe something should have been cut. It's kind of a dumb or weird thing to bring up. There's just so much detail. Maybe they could have, helped with crunch or delay by not going into the detail that like they did for the gun animations, but it's still awesome to have for sure.
Yeah, this'll work.
Good job with that.
I don't know if my mods carried over. I think I modded Abby stuff a lot more. No, it's all fully modded. Okay. And then little touches like, of course, there's electricity, so there's a power outlet. But when you finally go to where the Seraphites are, the scars, they have a little lantern that she turns off instead at the craft table. Stuff like that is just so much detail. Although I guess it'd stand out if they had a power cord in this place where they're basically Amish. I don't know if I got all these already. If I read everything. That looks new. Begging you to come home. The Fireflies want to save the world. Okay, I saw it, so I just didn't flip it.
Ellie, look at the floor. There's more stuff down there.
You see a way down?
Not here.
Okay, I know there was something they pushed over. Where was that secret door or something in the floor? Where was it? At the outlet here. It goes over here. Fuck, where was that? There was some kind of trap door somewhere. That boy. Let's see. Okay, well, follow the fucking cord. Goes back here. Here we go.
Come on.
What's he got down here?
Well, it's obviously a sex den. That's why he didn't tell you about it.
I hope it's a sex den. For his sake. He was so lonely, man. It's probably just a giant TV he didn't want to share. I'm 80%
Which is
certain.
equally dope.
80. Wow.
It's like an old newspaper scanner. Nice. Although it would have been a bitch to bring all this stuff down and bring it from wherever they found it. I mean, clickers everywhere.
Oh my god. It's weed.
That's a lot of dead weed. This explains a lot.
It's so awesome. It's awesome and very sad at the same time that this went to waste. I mean, I don't know if this is fully developed. Some of these, there's like nuggets on here. You could, and they're drying. This is pounds and pounds of weed. I mean, don't let it go to waste. Could be a Last of Us 3 solely dedicated to coming back here and just mining this, of cultivating it. Come on. Okay, I'm getting stuck on something. There we go.
Hey, he's got that videotape thing.
Huh. Dong of the Wolf. Smash Brandy's cooch. Are these
Forgot about it.
porn?
Interesting taste, Eugene.
I mean, smash Brandy's cooch. Some top tier writing right there. Yeah, I didn't notice her inspecting the leaves. A lot of cool animations.
Maria would lose her shit if she saw this place.
How'd he get this together?
Must have taken him forever.
You think in this world they'd be a little more chill with
wish he'd
stuff
told
like
me
weed when
about
anything's trying to
this.
kill you? At the
Could've
very
helped
least, you should be
him
able to take the
out.
edge off. Like, does it really matter? If I'm living in this world, I'm getting high constantly just to deal with the fact that
Dina,
this is your reality. I mean, come on.
it's a gas mask bong.
These are totally smokable.
Oh, there you go.
You think it's still good?
Does weed go bad?
Let's find out.
You having a hard time?
No, I got it. Fuck.
Give me that.
Oh, yeah, like you're gonna get it.
Okay. It's...
Yeah.
Although in this world, their knowledge of weed is really limited to what they're
What the
told,
fuck
especially
is
being
wrong
as
with
young
you?
as they are. There's no school.
got it open,
I
didn't
mean,
I?
there's ways to teach stuff. So, but things like drugs, I wonder how much is told to them, if it's misinformation or. I mean, they're cool with it, obviously, but
Smells good.
I mean... Gonna be stuck here a while, right?
Totally trapped.
yeah, this scene was awesome, especially since you kind of know
Can I
when
ask
there's
you a
any
question?
glimmer of happiness or like a semblance of a real
Okay.
life in The Last of Us. Usually, either before that or right after, there's some
Scale of
horrible
1
shit
to
that
10.
happens. So you have to earn these scenes, and
1
of course,
being,
the next thing that happens is the
absolute
most terrible,
trash.
one of the most terrible things
And
in the
10
entire game.
being
So you better hope they balance it
life-altering.
with an awesome moment.
How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Why are we still talking about this? You said it was a mistake.
Did I say that?
What are you doing?
I asked you to rate our kiss.
I don't know.
I give it a 6.
A 6? Wow.
Like a solid 6.
Okay.
There are a lot of people around.
Yeah, but 6.
Oh, what? I mean, now I really want to know how you'd rate it.
I don't think you do.
You're infuriating.
Have you met you?
You make me want to go back outside into that blizzard.
No one is stopping you.
This better be better than a 6.
Watch out where that joint went. Go for it. Get it, Ellie. And no more happy. We're done with all the happy for a while. And where's Abby? So, yeah, I definitely was not into this at first. I mean, I was insanely angry with Abby the first time through. I knew what Naughty Dog was trying to do or going to do, make me care for this character. I knew it was going to happen, but initially, man, I wanted no part in it. I almost wanted to stop playing, but you gotta trust their masters at crafting a story. They know what they're doing, and yeah, they 100%. I did a 180, and even liked her more than Ellie. It's pretty nuts for them to craft that change. But, yeah. So I gotta focus on this horde of fucking zombies running out here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, this part's nuts because there's more zombies in this scene than in the entire franchise. It's like fucking Left 4 Dead style.
Okay, up this way.
Jesus. Oh god. Yeah, I often forget you can swap. Fuck off of me. I didn't notice that ringing before. That's a great touch because somebody shoots a handgun right on your fucking ear. I mean, you wouldn't have healed that fast for sure, but it would absolutely ring your ears. Yeah, I can play this part now for the second time. Way more comfortable with Abby as a character, and when before it's like I wanted her to just get eaten by the zombies. I know what's coming, and I don't want to help out at all. But I'm just at ease a bit more. I mean, the next thing coming is not good at all. But you know, coming out of the end of it, playing it again, you understand Abby way more. But man, was I fucking furious during this part. Wally, what's up, man? Callum. Yeah, I need to play through this game again with a fresh set of eyes. So it's kind of interesting now. Like I was talking about, feeling way more comfortable with Abby right off the bat. Like I'm not as angry as I was before. But of course, the worst part is coming up. But this dodge thing, it's always a bit difficult for me to master. But I died a bunch of times the first playthrough, so I'm gonna try and use my resources as much as possible. Because there's an insane amount of clickers here.
Here, use this. Hey, girl! Give us a hand with this thing!
Okay, Tommy, where you at? Where you at? Oh, shit.
Push it up under the cart! We're getting inside! I'll get the gondola to the window! You two keep those infected off of me! Okay!
God.
Damn, this thing is heavy!
Can you hold them hostage? Will the clickers not attack you if you hold one like you can a human? Alright. Shit. Okay, we gotta go. There's a hammer here somewhere. Oh shit. Come on, man. Oh boy. So, Callum, you said you got to the cinematic, or to Joel's death, and then skipped. I'm wondering if I can handle watching that again. I wonder if I need to for it to like have the same impact. I don't know if it needs to. If I need to see that again, I don't know. Honestly, maybe I'll just play by ear and see if I can handle watching it again. I imagine it's way easier the second time, but it's also a long sequence. Like don't think I need that drama in my life right now. So maybe I will skip it.
Get this away! Help!
Okay, where you at? Where you at? My HUD is super minimal. I mean, usually there's like a warning. Ah, god damn it. Alright. Yeah, I died many times originally, so I really have to focus here. I probably shouldn't waste these melee things, but... Oh, was that a kick? I feel like I haven't seen a kick yet. Just straight up kickboxing right now. Okay, clickers somewhere. Clickers somewhere. I can hear you. I can hear you. There we go. Oh, no. Clicker still alive? Yes. Shit. I'm not gonna survive this, so please. Fuck. Can I jump yet? No! Go! Oh. This part's so hard. Oh boy. Callum, have you looked at the settings and display? Yeah, man, I know I suck, and I don't want to adjust the settings right now, man. I just want to be able to handle it. If I die again, yeah, I guess I will adjust it. But, you know, I think I did actually on the Game Plus on this new game bump it up a little bit on difficulty, and I think I just forgot that I did that. And so, oh fuck. If I die again, maybe I will need to adjust it, because I don't want to keep dying here. Maybe if I can kind of put my back to a wall here so I can see them all. Ah, shit. They just come out of everywhere. And you get no health. Okay, I have health, actually. Maybe I should have used that. Oh, god damn it. Leave me alone. Fuck, okay. Why was I not using my health before? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just swung because I had a feeling there was some fucker right behind me. One punch, alright. Jesus, thank you. Yeah, I should have used my health pack. I was not thinking. Oh, with the HUD. Yeah, I must have... I don't think I turned that off. I mean, it's not any more or less of a HUD. It just seems like there was stuff that was missing, but maybe not. Yeah, it's crazy how many infected there are in this scene. It's more than the entire franchise. Like, there's no other scene where there's this many infected ever. I mean, maybe the end, like, Warzone situations, but... Oh, boy.
That's Joe. What's your name? Abby, you okay? That ain't gonna hold. We gotta go back. We can outrun them all the way to Jackson. We need to barricade that door. Tommy, we cannot stay here. Just ain't making it all that way.
My friends are in a mansion. It's fenced in. We have the whole perimeter secure.
Zip all over, please. I can work. All right. I'll get the door. You ready, come on. Come on!
I guess, I mean, you can really see Abby, like, struggling with the fact that they're helping her. You know, and she's leading them to their death. You can see that a little bit. Maybe they should have touched on that more. I mean, she has her bad dreams later, but you have to imagine she's got to feel like a pile of shit just leading them, after they helped her, leading them into that trap. But I mean, that's also why she's here. She's on a mission.
What about this one?
When I was 12, I found a skateboard.
Uh-oh.
And I tried to get on it. And it shot right out from underneath me.
A little
Wait,
bit of
how did you get the scars?
happiness, a semblance of a real life before the shit goes down a bit. Callum, I took a wrong turn when I was playing this bit earlier, and it was legit like Days Gone with the hordes. Yeah, there's. It's pretty awesome because I mean we're so used to fighting, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe, clickers at once, and to have them all just ambush you is nuts. Yeah, her tattoo. It never. So it's there for a reason, and even in the promotion and stuff, there was. I just thought, oh, cool, she's got a tattoo. I never, for some fucking reason, put it together. Oh, she's covering up her bite because she's living in Jackson. She has to, keep her story under wraps. So the tattoo does a great job of covering that up.
Turns out I'm immune, so it healed with a ring of.
She can't just wear like a bandage as she does in the beginning forever.
Ow! Fuck you. I told you a real fucking story.
I did tell you a real fuck story.
And the tattoo's dope, man. That is a dope tattoo. I think
Did you hear
right before they go on their patrol, they talk about her. I think she dated the chick who gave her the tattoo.
Just stay
And it didn't work out, but
will you wait, please?
I wonder if she's somewhere in Jackson.
Just turn around. What are you doing?
Kidding me. You're supposed to
It's gotta
on
be
patrol.
super weird
There's a blizzard outside.
Is that weed?
to drop in on your ex
Why are
like
you
that.
here?
People are counting on you. You get that? What we do matters.
Well, why aren't you at the fucking lookout?
Because Tommy and Joel didn't show up.
What do you mean?
We waited for them for an hour. I was looking for their horses when I saw lights.
Maybe they just went back to town.
Without being released? No way.
I like what Dina says about her getting infected earlier too. I'd assume that Dina knew about before that. I wonder what you mean, Callum, with
I don't like you writing solo.
exactly like if Dina knew about her being infected already, or I like it when Dina says about her getting infected earlier too. Oh, and when it's finally revealed, like when there's the hole in the gas mask, maybe is that what you're talking to? Like later on. It's gotta be, you're already fighting zombies, but you're fighting them in a blizzard. That's the worst. Do we need lava too? Like, fuck man, this already sucks. You gotta keep adding just the layers of terror. The Molotov reminds me. So Callum, when Ellie gets jumped by an infected and Dina's concerned about her getting bit. Yeah.
Let's get inside.
The Molotovs remind me, there's what I used to do in the first Last of Us after beating it and just kind of like continuing to try and get, achievements or trophies rather, and just like blasting through it. The Molotovs, you can just spam them. You can like really hurdle them or corral the clickers into one area, the humans in one area, throw a Molotov and just get all of them basically. The fire spreads so much, and they really rein that back in where the Molotovs don't have that spread, and you'll get 1-2 people if you time it just right. But that was a good balance because otherwise you can just clear people out super easy. It was just also fun to position everyone into the right area, throw a bottle or whatever, they'll go look like idiots, and then just blast them with the Molotov. But you can't do that anymore.
Who are these people? How long y'all been here?
Since yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yep.
What are y'all doing out this way?
Callum, I initially wasn't sure if Dina knew Ellie was immune or not from the beginning. I see.
A few hours down the hill. Y'all should come back with me.
Well, Callum, you are very dumb, so it doesn't surprise me.
Mel, by the way.
Oh shit, we're right into this moment,
That's
aren't we?
my brother.
Joe.
Y'all act like you heard of us or something.
So I skipped over that, but Callan, we talked about some of the issues, like the criticisms were that they wouldn't have just walked in there knowingly and into this ambush, but really they already are hesitant when they go in there, and they're trying to get him back to Jackson with the conversation and get him on like even ground, but it's all happening in real time, and I think it's totally believable the way it's starting to unfold, and you can see the gears turn behind their eyes. Already they know they're fucked. Oh, just blows out his kneecap. I mean, God, Tommy just gets fucked up. Callum, I gotta watch it, man. I mean, I feel like it just matters so much. It's almost, this is the mindset I'm in right now, but it's almost like disrespectful to change it or to skip it because it's such a big part. I don't know. I say that, but I'm like, God damn it.
Yes.
I mean, I get the same uneasiness from the first time.
Why don't you say whatever speech you rehearsed? Get this over with.
I mean, I appreciate the, oh man, this huge chunk out of his leg. I appreciate him being a badass and just
Do it.
saying, hey, do what you're gonna do, like not giving him an inch. And I mean, she wants him to, you know, to cry, to beg, and he's not gonna give it to her. Oh boy.
Don't you fucking move. God damn it.
And really, her boyfriend, I forget the name, he's the only one with the same connection to what Joel did, with Joel killing Abby's father. I mean, he worked with her father, so I think he has the same emotional connection to seeing the justice or the payback, but everyone else is kind of just helping because they're all from the new camp, from the WLF.
Old man.
It's kind of satisfying in a weird way watching it after knowing Abby's motives, but I do still love Joel. Yeah, no, it's, she finally gets what she spent her life building towards after death of her dad. Yeah, it's rough, man. It is rough.
How do I get down there?
Yeah, in this part we talked about, I mean, you know, Callum and I talked about this part here where when you're playing it for the first time, just quickly like, hey, let's get to it. We can save him. Let's get there. You know, just trying to speed as fast as you can and feeling like maybe I can do something here.
Joel!
But also at the same time, I knew they had him. I mean, Haley, put some fucking pep in your step, dude. What are we doing? Oh, I guess she doesn't know. Exactly. It's dumb to, yeah, but yeah, she doesn't know. And I know. But she doesn't realize what's going on. And I'm just thinking of, looking back, we know.
Joel?
So I'm like, hey, dude,
Tommy?
let's fucking go. Oh, I was gonna try to break that glass. God damn it. Oh. Okay. I know there's a hallway. I was looking for the steps. Okay, here it is. Yeah, dude, let's run. Where's it? Okay. I actually think Owen is more tired of the whole hunting Joel thing. The others, despite understanding it more, because her obsession fucked their relationship up and changed Abby. No, yeah, you can tell. Especially when they see Jackson for the first time and see how fortified it is. It's like, let's turn back.
Okay?
You're gonna fucking die!
What's going on?
Let him go.
Who is that?
Let him
She
go!
snuck in.
Why aren't you posted up outside?
We didn't think anyone was gonna show up.
The hell did you expect? We gotta get out of here before the whole town's on top of us. You're done.
You want what I want, right?
You know what I want, right? Yeah, because they both
Now.
witnessed that murder or were there with picking up the pieces after that murder. God, Joel's all fucked up, man.
Get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. Fucking kill you.
It's seeing it again, hearing the little audio cues, like her kind of, you know, she's blurring out their conversation because she's so focused on what just happened, the death. But they visualize that, they show that she's in the same room with them, but she can't hear it. Yeah, and they just drop you with that.
Ellie. I'm sorry. Jesse! They're down here!
Yeah, Callum, this is for sure the Sarah moment of the second game. Yeah. Yeah, and they often, when there's such a crazy, impactful moment, they just go to black, and you're just left dealing with it, processing it, and it's such a... They're just experts at that. I mean, the same way with the brothers in the first one that you encounter. Is it Trevor and something else? I forget the name. But it's... you find them, the kid gets bitten, and you wake up the next day, and the older brother has to shoot him, and then he shoots himself, and then just go to black, and it just fucking hits you because it's just you dealing with what you just saw, and they leave you alone. Yeah.
Hey.
I wonder exactly how long it's been, because they're somewhat healed up. I mean,
Could I sit down, please?
Tommy was fucked up.
Yeah.
Ellie was fucked up, and she's got a bruise still, but I mean, that stuff takes time. So this is maybe a month, 2 months at least. I wonder if as soon as she healed, she's ready to go after him, or just how much time has passed.
Maria wants to make sure you're eating.
She can't stop us.
To have the guys that we would need to do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
Callum, I'm expecting a platinum trophy from you. No pressure. I really want to, man. All I have is, I told you, Dodo County. That fucking, and it's such an easy game. And I mean, I love that game, but I got it because it's an easy trophy. And this is definitely easier than like the first Last of Us, where there's the multiplayer stuff you got to do and the survivor mode, blah, blah, blah. This is definitely
If it were you or
approachable.
me, Joel would be halfway to Seattle already.
No, he wouldn't.
He absolutely fucking would be.
Well, we don't even know for certain. that
And
there's
Callum, I know we
shit
talked about it in our
Washington Liberation
review.
Front, that's what you said on those patches.
Seeing Tommy here start off from this angle where he's
What are
really
you doing?
trying to drive home. It's like, to be realistic, it would be insane to go after him, and I want the same justice you do, Ellie, but I can't justify doing that. And then for him to flip by the end of the game, being willing to risk it all, just like Ellie was, it is a departure. It is kind of a weird progression for his character, for sure. But I guess because he goes through that, loses everything. I mean, he gets so fucked up and loses his wife.
You don't know how large that group is.
I wonder if that's because of his obsession to get revenge. I don't know, but it is kind of if anything, if I have criticism, for sure,
You can't talk me
it's
out of
with
this.
how Tommy kind of descends from this very not positive character, but like just ethical. I guess he's more ethical than anybody, or logical.
Give me a day to talk to Maria. Okay? There's got to be some folks you can spare.
And if she won't budge?
And Tommy ends up going on his own. I wonder if they would have had I don't understand he's trying to save Ellie from doing this, but Ellie's also going to chase after his ass. He knows that.
One
So if
day.
they would have joined together, they would have had a better chance at this, you'd imagine.
Fine.
Callum, yeah, I'm just unsure if I could ever believe that Tommy would want Ellie to be put in danger, no matter what. That's, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. I mean, especially with Joel gone, it's his job basically to take care of her, you know, like that would have been what Joel wanted. So he's got to keep her there. But unless he tied her ass down, it's like she's going to come after him no matter what. So I understand trying to get it done before she does. And then you do that. Say a perfect scenario, you kill Abby, you come back. Is Ellie going to be cool with that? You think she's going to let him, you know, live with the fact that he stopped her from doing that? She wanted to get that satisfaction of being the one to do it. So I don't know. Yeah, this part. So she's sitting here with the grave on the kind of funny spoiler cast where they talk to Neil Druckmann, they talk to Troy Baker, Ashley Johnson. Greg Miller mentions that someone fucking sent him this image, like as a spoiler. Like, what? Who the fuck does that? They're talking about having a lot of stuff spoiled for them, or at least Greg did, and of course he's in the games media and stuff. But like people sending him personal messages, like who the hell would do that? Luckily, I was able to stay away from a lot of these spoilers, but
We must stop at his house before we leave.
I just can't understand who does that shit.
We just have to pick something up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if there was any other Easter egg stuff or something I missed here, because I originally just left this area. I can't imagine they would put anything here. I think with the collectibles, you also have to match the scene. You know what I mean? Like you can't like, oh, I found a comic book here next to... No, you can't do that shit with this funeral, like, or this graveyard. No, you have to match the tone of what's going on. So I assume there's nothing to find here to collect here. And I think there isn't anything.
I couldn't get to the horses. Looks like Tommy took one. Now Maria's got the stables locked down.
Fucking Tommy.
When gameplay resumes, the way her body language changes is so impactful. I think Ellie...
Something. Okay. This makes
Yeah,
killing
it's-
Sandal a lot harder.
all these little touches that really,
It's gonna be harder.
in Ellie's body language and the character's body language, that then transfer over to you
I know.
in understanding or feeling the emotions they do.
Like you have to.
And also Dina is fucking down. Is such a down fucking partner. Like no matter what, she's there with Ellie. I mean, which sucks so much more at the end when she decides to leave her. I mean, come on, dude. How are you gonna? I don't know if you're gonna find someone more loyal than Dina.
We need to get back.
I hit it by the east
But
gate.
that shows the addiction that Ellie basically has. She has hit rock bottom. And you couldn't find a better partner than Dina. But doesn't matter. Much like someone who's addicted to something, It doesn't matter what's going on in their life. Also, the way Dina handles the situation and just kind of realizes that Ellie's going to go on this mission. I'm going to go with you no matter what. Like, I'm here for you till the end. The way she does that, I question, would I be able to, this little buddy, nice touch, would I be able to have the same strength that Dina has and just following my partner to on this mission, on this revenge mission? This is a different world for sure. Like, I get frustrated when the Wi-Fi doesn't work, but they have different problems and things you have to face every day. But I wonder if I would be able to do what Dina does and just
I can go get it.
jumps on board, even though it's not her fight, so to speak.
Okay.
I'm okay. Come on.
I'll hang out down here.
I did like this part, getting a peek into Joel's life, and it's perfect for them to juxtapose this with if that's the right term, with Joel's death, because you get to learn more about him. It's just more insight into this character that we've all wanted to know more about, and it's pairing those happy moments with the horrible ones, and this is stuff that puts a smile on your face, seeing him, just seeing Joel living a regular life. Even this makes me happy, just the fact that he got some happiness after that first Last of Us game. In here was he's researching dinosaurs because Ellie was so balls deep in the dinosaurs, and I mean, that's his girl, so of course he cares about that. That's a touch I didn't get the first time. It wasn't until the flashback that comes that you realize that's why he's researching it for Ellie. I'm not sure the significance of the owl. Also, that's Callum. I hadn't noticed all the flowers outside the house. Yeah, it's basically become a memorial, to Joel from everyone in Jackson. This coffee mug is fucking nuts. How big is this? How much coffee is Joel drinking? Jesus. Joel, take it easy. First of all, this is going to be cold by the time you get to the bottom. This is a soup bowl. Look at Ellie's hands, and look at the context of Jesus. Is this like for a potted plant? What is he doing? I have a coffee mug here. So let's just get into comparison. My hands with a coffee mug. And this thing goes beyond her freaking hands. I could fit 3 of these mugs in that mug. I mean, I'm not talking shit. I'm impressed, Joel. I mean, you were a badass if you're drinking this much coffee and not going to another plane of existence somehow. But Callum, I had noticed that he had kept the museum leaflet. That's what it is. Yeah, so we're in the future. Okay, that's true. And necessary size for coffee mug. Apparently, in a world where he has apparently like trade his bullets and stuff for coffee, he's not messing around. Seeds, beans, grains. I didn't notice this stuff before. The meat grinder's making his own sausage. Nice. I mean, he finally gets some semblance of a normal life. I mean, the sad part too at the same time is that this is when Ellie pulls away from him too. But I guess there are themes of, as a parent, the sacrifices you make for your kids, and his sacrifice is insane. The stuff he's willing to do to keep her alive, knowing that even though doing that, the life that she wants doesn't include him, and still he bears that weight. And he's got a lot of time on his hands. He's whittling or carving this thing. This is insane. This is dope. I would have liked some maybe like idle animations of him when you do play, or flashback to him like just whittling. If you wait long enough, and then he kind of puts it back in his pocket, that would have been cool. And then it looks like he's making his own guitars too. He's a handyman. Yeah, the journal. This is a really nice touch, keeping up with this as it's happening, as she's developing these thoughts. I think this isn't the first time you get the journal right when you take her over. I want to say when we're in Jackson on the patrol. Was Eugene in touch with other fireflies? Yeah, and you'd see her drawing the giraffe, and the eyes already start. Yeah, because, and that was a good point, Callum. I didn't realize that. I thought, oh, I can't draw eyes either. Eyes are hard, but no, she's got it down. She can't place it with Joel because of that horrific memory that's burned into her brain. That's the last time she sees him, and and he's just he's beaten up, and looks like she's diving into her thoughts. And I know she builds a song. She's building songs later on too, with some of her thoughts. All the promises at sundown, I meant them like the rest. So does she draw that owl after the coffee mug, or maybe she made that for him? But she doesn't say anything. And you got a bunch of wood and stuff. These are all his carvings. He's insanely good. Sure if I... Oh yeah, I forgot about this. He has 2 fucking bathrooms on the same floor. He's balling over here. He's got a 2-gallon coffee mug. He's got 2 bathrooms. I mean, it's kind of made. Callum, I think Joel would have kind of liked having those father relationship issues with a growing teenager after not being able to have that with Sarah. That's true. Even having a teenager that doesn't want to talk to you versus, the loss that he had, he wasn't able to even have that with when he lost Sarah. So he'll even take, a teenager not talking to him, but at least he has something that's sort of like being a normal life. And yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, she comes up here for something. And I think it's for the watch, right? She takes the watch, and then there's a gun. Yeah, I guess I remember her leaving the watch, and I was like, what did she come up here for? Just the gun? But it's for the watch and the gun. Now, there's something covered in blood. This jean material, is that from the first Last of Us? Is it like an old shirt? I wonder what that's
Everything
from.
okay?
It's in the box. And he puts this away with the watch, just like the watch reminds him of Sarah. So this must have something to do with him closing the chapter on that part of his life. It's got some records. Callum, that revolver seen some shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Second bathroom, because he's a millionaire over here. Now, I'm a huge nerd for mirrors in games, just because it's often not done. Because you have to process or render, basically everything twice, and it's crazy demanding, and you can't just do it everywhere. But they do that a lot in this game, especially for how fucking beautiful this game is. And I just highly respect that. And I always take notice when it's done, just because it's not done very often at all in every other game. And the amount of reflections in this game too is insane. This is all done in-house, like whatever with the engine they're using. There's no RTX bullshit. They're crafting all these reflections by hand, which just shows maybe that's not necessary. Like, they're creating these visuals just all with their own engine. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just impressed by how they're doing that.
I wish I could let it go, but I can't. I have to bring these people to justice. Ellie's gonna try to come after me, but stop her. Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up.
Yeah, I didn't catch this
Give
part.
me some time so I can end this.
He's telling his wife
Love you
to
always, Tommy.
keep her here, keep Ellie here, and I'm
He's
going to do
gonna
this
get
myself.
himself killed.
He should have taken me with him. You should have given us a group to go after those fuckers.
I wish I could.
You gonna try to lock me up?
I'd prefer that you stay.
That's not gonna fucking
I
happen.
prefer that you stay, but I know you better. You going with her?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna sneak out of here?
They really should have
On foot?
sent a group out after Abby. Because, I mean, Ellie's able to single-handedly do so much. A group of people? Come on. They could have done some work. But, of course, the game is you going on kind of a really small team, a solo mission. So, for the game to work, yeah, it has to be her. But, honestly, they could have
Thank you, Maria.
made an effort here.
Just do me a favor. Bring my dumbass husband home in peace, please.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah, and they
Get going.
he comes home. And so
We're losing Lily.
Maria's a great leader, to be fair. Maria's her name. No, yeah, she's a boss bitch for sure. Like, and with all due respect, like a high honor is what I mean with that term. Like, she's a boss fucking bitch. And seems like she runs Jackson. I mean, there's that intro level where she's trying to mend the relationship with Ellie and that dude who called her that slur. A lot of her job is the interpersonal stuff, making it work and keeping people together. I guess in the first Last of Us, yeah, she's running the show, and Jackson for sure. But yeah, a lot of it is just keeping the peace between people and running this entire thing. And yeah, she's definitely the boss here. But yeah, they bring Tommy back, and something happens where Tommy's maybe descended into this, this obsession, just like Ellie did, and that's what causes their marriage to split apart. Something happens, but he does come back.
Well, I didn't even think. I just ran in there, grabbed his gun, and shot the guy in the face. How old were you?
Callum, I forget that you see Jackson in the first game. Yeah, honestly, it's...
Somewhere.
So this part, I guess this kind of turned me off right when it happened.
Conscious.
They're in Jacksonville, Wyoming, right? And then it's just flash forward to Seattle. Now the game's already long enough. There's no need for them to like spend more time on their way to Seattle. But I guess I was shocked that we just flash forward to Seattle, because that's got to be a long journey just to get to this point already.
How lost are we?
We're not.
And I mean, I'm in the Northwest. I live in Washington State, Central Washington, and so they nail everything with Seattle. They nail everything, and they nail the foliage, tin foliage, foliage. There we go, foliage. They nail it, and they nail the rain. They nail the atmosphere. Callum, one of my favorite scenes when they are on the hill looking over the town, and Joel tells her to get on his horse.
Okay. At least.
In the first game, one of my favorite scenes is when they are on the hill looking over the town, and Joel tells her to get on his horse. It's like an elder tree here from Lord of the Rings or something. Nice. Yeah, so they're going through the Northwest, and they're going from Wyoming through the west, or in the direction of west, straight to the Northwest, and they pass through my shitty town in Central Washington that's super small called Yakima. It's referenced in one of the her logbook, her journal. I can't pull it up now, but I thought that was dope because it's such a small town that no one fucking knows about because it doesn't matter. And I live here, and it's referenced in there, and I love that they did enough research to at least pull up Google Maps and like go, oh, we need real towns in here. But there's a couple of towns that they reference that are very small, and Yakima is one of them. I love that, just personally, being here, living here. Yeah, I love how you can really just roam through this area. It's just insane. There's so many, just so much geometry and complicated leaves and tin foliage, and there's so much going on. It's insane that it runs the way it does. And the textures, it's just, come on. What are we doing? Callum, yeah, on the first, because Joel tells her that she will be going with Tommy because he wants her out of his hair, but he has grown so attached to her by then that he chooses to take her the rest of the way. I remember that part. I see what you're talking about. Okay, let's get a move on into this next area. Although it's possible I missed something here. Oh, you can get off your horse. Oh, did not know that.
Got it.
I really should have a thing open showing me where I'm missing these stuff on my pursuit for the platinum trophy, but I kind of just like to find everything as it happens. Yeah, I never did the explosive arrows the first time, so I'm actually interested to try that. I think by the time I had enough, I switched over to Abby, and you just kind of don't have that progression anymore, and didn't realize it was going to happen, so I think I was stocking up on those pills. Yeah, it's, you think, oh, we're just in the forest. No, there's a street light there. There's got to be asphalt somewhere. There's a town, but it's completely taken over. Because I think since not D-Day, but like whatever the catalyst, the start of the whole everything going to shit. It's what, 20, 30 years, something like that at this point. 40 years maybe. So I think Joel's already 20 passes by the time you meet Ellie, the first Last of Us. And this is 4 years later, so maybe 15 years, 20 years maybe.
Oh, guess I was wrong. Turns out you do know where you're going.
Calm. Yeah, the collectibles are actually pretty calm. There's a nice chapter by chapter checklist that you can use in chapter select. Oh, yeah, I need to do that. I also wanted to show, so my wife didn't get to see a lot of what I played, and so if I can go back and play some key moments, especially that like Resident Evil moment later on in the hospital. I described it to her, but it does not do justice. Like, she has to experience that shit. Yeah, that grass too. The grass reminds me a lot of what we see in of Ghost of Tsushima. I never hear about them, you know, sharing their engine stuff, but you have to imagine if it's not like, say, Guerrilla has their own Guerrilla engine, or is it Decima? Whatever their engine is, and Kojima, you know, use it for Death Stranding. You got to imagine when it's first party stuff, they share their tech, because why not? But there's that other zombie game that I could not think of the name of it, but that uses its own engine, I want to say. So yeah, it's like they'll share and then sometimes they won't. I don't know.
Stay with Shimmer.
Yeah.
Some graffiti. Yeah, I wonder if I can tell how many of those trading cards I already have, because I feel like I got most of them, but it'd be nice to know if I was, you know, 1 away, 2 away. Got the map. I know there's a trophy for visiting all the places in downtown Seattle, and I thought I did, but I guess I missed some stuff, so.
Anything good in there?
Callum, my friend referred to the hospital monster as the Rat King, and I had no idea it was called that. Oh yeah, I found that afterwards when you go into because you can unlock the high-res models that you can look at. of every character in the game, and yeah, of course I went for that one, and it's called the Rat King. And then it's like I think the offshoot, the one that detaches itself from it, is called like Rat King Junior or Little Buddy Rat King, something like that, something Rat King. Yeah, such a weird name, but it's pretty dope. Yeah, I want to see stuff like this van. I didn't expect any animation with breaking that glass, but that bullet hole, insane. I mean, you're not really meant to look in these vans, but they're actually highly detailed on the inside, than way more than I would expect them to. But I'm just like looking in the interior because I never honestly stuff like that. The broken glass on the window, on the side mirror. Also, I meant to bring that up, Callum, in our review. The horses. I'm not gonna shoot the horse. Just zooming in on it. The horse is so fucking highly detailed. I thought the Red Dead 2 had the best looking horses, and this says hold my hoof, hold my horseshoe. These are the best looking horses. So when I jump here, it looks like I'm stuck. So I'm gonna make the jump. You know, Digital Foundry did a breakdown on the performance of the game, and they mentioned a dip in frame rate with anytime there's water running, waterfalls, that kind of thing. I don't notice it just by looking at it. So I mean, they're using like sophisticated stuff so they can count the frames and whatnot. I imagine, but it's like I thought it looks great. Didn't notice a performance hitch at all. I mean, I'm on PS4 Pro, but yeah, the water is great. The water is great. Of course, there's little things like dynamically, I wish the water would go around the hooves, or like when you're out in the water, the way water would react around you and kind of keep flowing, stuff like that. But it's just, I mean, you know, we're splitting hairs. Water is insanely hard to do, and what they pull off is nuts.
Sure seems quiet. Yeah. Think about how well we hide.
Callum, yeah, the first party studios seem to have really good relationship. I think they have been helping each other, but since the Crash Spyro days, with the engines, I think that's just down to the studios. We have been around for a while, so they have instilled methods of working. Whereas Kojima was a new studio, so using Decima was a good alternative to save time on building an engine from the ground up. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I guess I just you don't hear about it, or maybe it's not easily, that information isn't open about how they would share. But you'd have to imagine, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you? You spend all this time on engine and on tech, like you got to share that stuff, make it a bit more simplified and easier, and you make sure all your first parties are absolutely top notch. Days Gone. I think I remember that Days Gone, though. That's the only one of the reasons why I bring it up is that it's an open world. It's also very high fidelity visuals, and I want to say that they were using their own engine, and I found that like amazing. Like, why not share this stuff? But I could be wrong. It could definitely be just Sony stuff that they've, first party stuff that they've used from other devs or other teams rather. I'm gonna assume nothing over here. I mean, I also don't want this playthrough to just be me scrubbing through each corner. That's also not fun. Like, I like just kind of playing it how I would normally. Can you crawl into this guy? Almost. There's no reason to in this point, but... Yeah, I just love like running and jumping. It's just very fun to me.
Ellie, what about this?
What's up, Dina? Callum, it was pretty much Sony Band's first major game. The last game they had done was Uncharted Golden Abyss on Vita. Yeah, you're right. So did they spend that time? Because there's a lot of time between Golden Abyss and Days Gone. So was a lot of that developing their engine, or not? It was just they had the engine from Sony, and they're just developing the game. I mean, games take a long time. I get that, but yeah, I just wonder. I wonder how long before we see another entry with Days Gone. I feel like it sold enough. It was critically mixed, but overall, positive, and I feel like they sold enough to justify another one. Especially with Last of Us Gone, you're going to have this, survival apocalypse kind of void, and that was some of the criticism beforehand with the original launch, is that like, oh, it's kind of like The Last of Us, but not same polish. Well, with Last of Us Gone, perfect void to fill. And it was a cool game. I mean, I own it. For some reason it just could not get into the story and the characters, but I need to actually spend some time and really give it a shot. But so I think it's a solid game. And I say that without actually playing most of it, but I can tell. Like you can look at it, you can hear what people are saying about it. I'm sure it's at least a fair, good game.
Anything good in there?
Pretty picked over.
Callum, I still need to complete Days Gone, but really close to the end, and then bailed for some reason. I was pretty broken on release, to be fair. Oh, it was pretty broken on release, to be fair. I think that was because they were rushed out of the gate, so it's likely they spent a lot of time on building that tech. Yeah, that's possible. It's very possible. I didn't like how the bikes maneuvered in Days Gone. And I know that you can upgrade your bike and you kind of destroy it and you have to start from scratch, and I get that. Okay, what am I doing? I know I'm looking for the top of this thing. Yeah, I might be missing some stuff, but I think I'll be all right. I'll survive if I do miss it. Okay, to get behind, there we go. Callum, I loved it, and I think the sequel can only be a massive improvement. Yeah, that's the thing, is they're gonna learn, they're gonna adjust, and they're gonna calibrate and make something that's gonna come out of the gate and be fucking insane. And I do expect that from them. I think that's what they'll pull off. And yeah, I mean, really, we're first year with PS5. It's really like second year, third year is when they just, I imagine, are going to drop announcement after announcement and have footage and have God of War stuff by then, have Days Gone stuff, and we'll be into the after release of Horizon, and we'll see some Guerrilla stuff, or more stuff from Guerrilla. It's gonna be nuts, and that's kind of one thing we should talk about in the future, is just the future of PlayStation. I'm so fucking excited to see what, once we get past this first year of next gen, that's when stuff really starts to, we start to see what these studios are working on. Assuming we'll all survive, let alone a week from now versus, a year.
Sounds good.
I'm imagining everything kind of improves, but in all likelihood, this is what we get a year from now, this kind of shit. So assuming the world doesn't completely fucking fall apart, yeah, after the first year of next gen is going to be insanely dope. Oh, man, that would fucking hurt. Like, I understand she's able to climb up, but Jesus, man. You'd be so fucked. Callum, I love how they use Harleys in Days Gone, like the loudest possible bikes. Yeah, man, PlayStation have built such an awesome future for themselves. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I wonder, too, this is a complete tangent, but no, I'm not trying to jump over the whole thing. Fuck. I was just trying to drop down. Complete side tangent, but with the COVID-19 stuff and a lot of devs having to work from home, and they're still able to put out content, but when they really have to you know, go full force and work on these titles and like get back to their studio, will they find that honestly they could do a lot of this stuff from home, and maybe we don't need these huge physical places for studios to be? Does that cut down on costs? Does that improve efficiency, or does that delay games going forward? I wonder. I do enjoy some jumping. Okay, this is my shit right here. I just want to do this all day. I just want to break glass all day. Give me that. I don't want to waste my bullet, but I do want to break some glass. Yeah, this part is really cool. Just the, you know, the puzzle solving is next level, and little things like the rope physics. It just is so satisfying. I don't think I explored this little thing. Hey, nothing. Callum, I forgot to mention the spoiler cast for a game that is so well animated and detailed with character movement. The jumping fucking sucks. It's like GTA Vice City level jumping. Yeah. It's not. It's like sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not. Yeah, it could. I find that like the weirdness is your character having to snap into the right like geometry, and that's where the weirdness comes from. It's not like dynamic where you can just jump and jump around and you'll kind of catch stuff. It's like it has to snap and hit the right angle for your character like to latch on. And yeah, there's plenty of times where it just doesn't work, and or where you want to obviously push forward and jump, but then they'll kind of balance and teeter totter, you know, like Sonic's idle animation when it's on the edge. It does that a lot. We got the list of codes.
That's something.
Callum, I could be speaking out of my ass, but wasn't the reason for Cyberpunk's delay due to working with from home affecting production? It's possible. I think they publicly said they needed time for polish, or that they have a working build, but there's so many, they need to work on bugs, as I want to say what they publicly said. Maybe the whole working from bugs thing is less efficient because they're working from home. Especially with the bug thing, it's like you need something in-house where people can just play the build and you don't have to worry about sharing it online or that kind of thing and spreading it out or sending it out to so many different people just to test bugs. You need lots of people to test bugs. So I wonder if that caused that delay. They have to, I know with sending the builds out, which Games Media I've been talking about, I think just today it went live where they can talk about their experience playing the game. And that was a build that they sent everyone online. And I imagine that was a whole can of worms, you know, doing that. So maybe that does end up being the reason why it extends the time, or that causes a delay, rather. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? I need to unlock the door. Yeah, and there's a... I know there's a power cord. There we go. It's like they jump, Callum, it's like they jump 5 feet upwards and 2 centimeters across. Yeah, it's a lot of build for them to just kind of slightly go. Also 5 feet, and then you say 2 centimeters. So pick a Imperial or whatever the hell. You're using different, and also I don't know if because yeah, you'd say meters. I think is what you'd properly say, right? With being over in England, say meters and centimeters, or say feet and inches, and pick a fucking lane, Callum. None of this dilly dally.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Ellie, over here.
Where are you? I can hear your voice. Oh, right, she's in the door.
Hey, everything okay? What was that sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
It caused a lot of commotion here, audio-wise. You think clickers, somebody would find them, but with these loud-ass generators going. Callum, hey, the UK is multicultural. We use both. Okay, why complicate things? Why not use an outdated, incorrect system like we do in the US, Callum? Come on. Okay, so I know I needed power to this area. Oh yeah, no, I think I remember you had to break through. I get to break my glass. Yeah. I feel like an asshole, and it's great just breaking glass for no reason whatsoever. But man, that glass, those animations for the glass is insane. It's like, why? And it's like there's individual physics, and maybe that's just a pre-baked, animation or whatever, but it looks like it's reacting to the physics, and at least the way it falls down, it's nuts, man. It is nuts, and I just love breaking it. It feels so good. Oh, hey, jump right before. I'm surprised she didn't leap to her death. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, I just needed to, yeah. I need to grab that cord, that power cord, and bring it. And launch it over, I think, right? Yeah. Callum, just not Fahrenheit or the month, day, year format, because those are just stupid. I'm so used to the month, day format that I feel like that's supreme, but that's all I know. That's all I know. Best class physics I ever seen is still from Resistance Fallen Man. Callum, not every game is Resistance, which is like 14 years old. I don't honestly remember what the glass looks like. I'll have to. I'm definitely not gonna replay especially the first one. I think the first one's rough, but I'll check out some YouTube videos. Which I think I keep forgetting to tell you, Callum, that I've played through the Resistance 3 on PlayStation Now, and it's pretty fucking dope. I'm surprised like how it feels like it's somewhat under the radar with like it reminds me of like BioShock in the level of quality with like the story, where everything's unfolding around you, rather. Like it's nuts, and I need to actually finish that game. I've only played like the first 2 hours or whatever. Okay, so we got the cord here. Pop that in. It's barely enough room.
Okay.
Yeah, there's barely enough cord there. Oh, it was the gate controls. There we go. Callum, well, you can't replay it because we don't have Resistance Remastered Trilogy. Yeah, that's very true. It's very true. It's also because nobody wants that. So, no, I'd play the hell out of that. Especially better visuals and that kind of thing, quality of life improvements. Yeah, that'd be dope. I have to look at this code here. I do wish this was just like faster to bring up. It's not the end of the world, but main gate. I think this is main gate 0512. 0512. Okay. 051. Wait. Oh, remembered the last button I pressed before I canceled out. Interesting. Didn't need to do that. Could have sent someone home early that day at Naughty Dog. Didn't need to remember the last key code I pressed. But I remember the first time I thought they were going to cut that fucking horse in half. And it would have been absolutely insane. But yeah, they're lucky they got out of there. Are we riding this horse now? I think we are. Oh, you know what? Is there one last? No, I grabbed everything. Pretty sure. Yeah, Resistance 3 is the best FPS ever made, in my opinion. I could tell that that one out of all of them is got to be the most polished one, the highest quality. I know there's crazy set pieces too, with like a huge alien with like the size of a building from the trailer. I need to. That's what I always remember too. It's like I gotta play that game and experience that. There's like stuff from buildings. You gotta traverse buildings. It's just like huge scale stuff going on. So Eastgate 2. Okay, just making sure there wasn't areas I was missing. You know what? What if there's something on this truck? There is not. Why would there be? Huh. Well, that's my only fucking bullet. It looks like there's something in the, like there's space in that building, but it could be a whole like Spider-Man deal. I really like, man, these glass physics are nuts. So of course it goes through because it's a bullet. The glass doesn't need to go through. Yeah, no, I wonder if they're doing like the trick of the eye illusion that Spider-Man on PS4 did, where it made every room and every building, the rooms in those windows look like there's fully fleshed out rooms, but really it's just like a rendering trick. I don't quite know if that's going on here, but
Oh shit, look. Saravina Hotel.
That's gotta be it. Okay. Let's find a way past this, gate.
Very creative.
yeah, I like how they keep referencing that, and it's
Let's get closer.
that's just what it's called. I'm trying not to induce motion sickness with the quick turns, but I'm also trying to get shit done and just zip around. Don't forget there's a trophy to explore. All the points of interest in the section coming up. I will make a trophy hunter out of you. Ruin your life. Yeah, I think, I thought I found all the areas in downtown Seattle, but I guess I didn't. So that's one thing I'm definitely going to focus on coming up here. I love the idle animations for characters too, when they just need to kind of hang out. There's just a lot of detail in making them feel like they're regular characters. And I know when you're in an area where it's dark and you shine your flashlight, I always dug how the NPCs will just kind of like, you know, put their hand in front of their face. And I know it's been done. It's just like when you add that to all the animations they'll do when they're just shooting the shit, it just makes them feel way more alive. Oh shit. It doesn't have gas anyways. Yep, that's the whole thing with this.
It's out of gas.
God damn it. Well, what do we do now?
Oh shit. The note.
What?
The note mentioned
Also,
that
the
there's
gas
in
thing,
the
that
courthouse
would be a bigger
garage
issue like in the
and
first Last of
the
Us.
dome.
All the generators they find just have gas, but
Courthouse garage in the
yeah,
dome.
gas is going to be, you know, like Mad Max, a
So what's the
huge
plan for
commodity,
finding these places?
and they
We
just
ran
kind of
around and
don't really
see
talk
what we
about that,
see.
but
You think
it makes a
Thomas
whole
can?
lot of sense.
He did.
Okay, so I need to go this direction. A lot of little bunnies zipping around. It's cool. Okay, honestly, I'm not trying to spin around. It's just I'm trying to also quickly move.
So, where are we?
Callum, I like the animation when you are pointing your handgun at an enemy and Ellie will cock back the hammer sometimes. Yeah. A lot of little touches like that. hold.
Be sure.
Okay, so I just saw the disclaimer saying to hold
I'll mark it up as
the
we
center
go.
button to bring up the map. The entire time I was playing, I would go through my list of stuff and select the map and bring it up. And I remember thinking, man, this takes too long. Wish there was an easier way. And they showed me the easy way, but I'm a fucking idiot. Did not see that. Man. But I mean, also that's just like making games. You have to kind of make it so easy for idiots like me to fully understand the thing. Otherwise, they're complaining, oh, this wasn't done and that wasn't done. It's like, dude,
I'm
it's
guessing the
there.
military
You're just an
bombed the
idiot.
shit out of this place.
And you kind of, but you also you don't want to dumb everything down. So that's got to be a hard
They
balance.
sometimes destroy parts of the
Let me
city
try that. Holding the center
lost to
button.
the infected.
Yeah.
Or to rebels.
Yeah, I was going start. I mean, I was going.
That seems like overdose.
Oh no, it just automatically happens when you're on your horse. Okay.
But it usually
I guess
works.
I'm thinking of when you're
On the
walking
infected or
around.
the
You have to
rebels.
pull it up.
Both. Believe me,
This area
you're
is
lucky you didn't grow up
good,
in
good,
QZ.
gorgeous.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Wonder what would happen. I'd probably just become one more asshole soldier.
No way. I can't be
Callum, I did wonder how Tommy got through all of this. Yeah,
I gotta
unless he
say,
used the last bit of
I
the
was
gas,
expecting the Seattle
like an
QZ to
asshole.
be a lot more occupied.
Yeah. While hiding at the Saravina.
How many WLF you think there are anyway?
Well, at least 8.
If we're lucky, that'll be it.
We'll be fine. But we should stay alert. Stock up while we can.
Oh, I know there's a bank, and Callum, you might, if you're still in there, you might. Maybe you experience something different, but there's a bank you can find that has the shotgun. I think if you don't go there, you just don't get the shotgun as Ellie. I want to say that there are some guns that if you didn't venture out and look for them, you just didn't get them.
Collapsed today.
But I could be wrong.
Not a fan.
But the bank might have been essential to getting the gas. I forget. It seemed like it was just an extra area you could explore. Oh yeah, here's bank. And I might do the same thing I did last time. I just hung out up here and made them come to me and just picked them off because I didn't want to deal with it. I kept dying over and over again. Yep, I will do this again. And I will spam them. I wasted that. Dang it. Oh wait, I already have the shotgun? So I know that my upgrades would carry over, but all my weapons carried over too? I'm not mad at it. It's pretty dope. I mean, that shotgun is ruthless. Oh shit.
Okay. That's all of them.
Is he still like twitching? It's his
What's with
mouth?
the body armor?
God, it's nuts.
They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. For sure.
Callum, yeah, I did wonder that. The Uncharted ring is also in there. Oh yeah, yeah.
You think this is the
It's
bank?
quite well hidden though. I found that. That was dope.
Ooh,
I would have liked,
fancy
maybe
shit.
there were things I missed, but like more touches like that, just references to old stuff. Of course, there's like the PS3s and there's the Vita. And I forgot to mention that, Callum, as well. The Vita, I was fully expecting, just like the Uncharted 4 moment with the plane crash Bandicoot, I was fully expecting a playable Vita. I thought that was going to be, yeah, they showed us in that, like there's that scene, that trailer or whatever, where they showed the character playing the Vita. But I was fully expecting the actual reveal Easter egg was that you'll have a playable Vita with whatever game. I think they're showing off like Hotline Miami, like a playable game, playable level, a Vita you can just have, or at least a sequence where you get to play the Vita. I was fully expecting that, 'cause just knowing Naughty Dog, they were going to go all out, and there wasn't that, and I was kind of bummed out, kind of devastated that they didn't do it. And I thought it was a shoe, and I thought, of course, but they didn't do it. And kind of funny spoiler cast, Greg Miller asked Neil Druckmann how hard was it to get that Vita in there, and he was like, surprisingly way too hard just to acquire the rights and to secure the rights from Sony to put it in there. And it's so weird, but we've beaten to death over how the Vita was just this, you know, the ball was dropped with Vita, and there was almost like there was just infighting or disagreements with the fact they even made it in the first place. I don't know, but they just completely
His body armor
left
guns
that to
were trying
die
rob the
for
bank.
some reason. And maybe that was to sacrifice it for
It's like that movie.
resources or work on PSVR. I don't
The
know.
one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh, yeah.
Cam, I love how ammo and weapons are like currency. Every shot or every time you use something is like spending money. Yeah, I love all the little references. Did you find the precursor orb as well from Jack and Daxter? I don't know what that is. I know I just never played much Jack and Daxter, so it's possible I saw that, but I didn't know what it was referencing. I think I missed the safe combo. 602 306. What if these are all dates for like the
Here we
devs?
go.
Birthday 602 306 602, which is 23. 602 306. Yeah, like, you know, kids' birthdays, that kind of thing, like different birthdays from the dev team. I wonder, but maybe not. Callum, well, Sony do hate the Vita. Yeah, for some fucking reason they do. I mean, we're going to get that deep dive eventually, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happened from the inside of Sony, why they left the Vita
Thanks, dude.
to high and dry, you know, why they abandoned it. There's a reason. And I'm sure there's disagreements. And
The bag's full.
here's that ring, I want to say.
If we were back in the old world, whew,
But it's something that, like, all kinds of things, you know, a documentary or whatever that comes out eventually, it's like enough time has to pass for people to just finally talk about it and leave Sony and maybe get, you know, Sean Layden, who I think was president of something at the time, or I'm sure I'm wrong about that, but like you get these crucial people involved and enough time separates it and they
try
could
robbing the
talk
bank on
about
Outbreak Day.
why they decided
Not at
to
the time.
abandon the Vita. Callum, I hated the safe puzzles the further I got in. Yeah, you know what? To reference that kind of funny spoiler cast again, I think it was Tim. What's his face? Tim something. The main dude. Kind of funny. Tim. He mentioned not liking those safes, and I didn't mind them. I didn't mind them. It just felt a little bit more real that you had to, you know, remember the combo, and I just liked having to remember the combo with just a little touch. Sometimes I didn't like looking for the combo if it wasn't right next to me, but a lot of times they were. Callum, they were all just so obnoxious and ruined a lot of the letters for me. Also, they were always really easy to solve, so it just ended up being a long-winded way of getting resources. Yeah, no, I understand.
You can get a
Because they were so
farmhouse
easy
now.
sometimes, it was just kind of, why are we doing this? And no one's going to keep the same combination right next to the safe. And a lot of times, just like it was there,
Your
that
ass
was the
for
case.
nothing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Farmhouse is way more practical. That place was crazy.
All right, it's fine, I guess.
I was trying to jump in there. I think I got this last time. It's just some stuff, right?
There.
Just some various stuff. Colin, here another room of the West Lake
We
Bank.
cleared this place out.
Oh. Information I could have used yesterday. It's a beautiful fucking area.
Whoa, check out the tank.
Yeah, I love the soldier still in there. Just
I've never seen one of these in action.
crazy.
Yikes.
In charred,
These guys
someone,
had a bad
you know,
day.
throw a Molotov in there and close it
Burnt
shut.
skeletons.
Oof. Not how I
Oof.
want to go out.
Let's see, what's the... Oh, I didn't miss that dialogue, did I? Come on. Nope, yeah, we go. Okay.
Kind of like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
One of the early moon missions, there was an electrical and the astronauts burned up in their capsule.
Well, at least they
Callum,
didn't
I would be
burn
reading a
alive.
letter and then be like, oh, right, this guy also had a safe full of stuff and also wrote the combo on the letter. There's only so many times the exact same thing can happen before it gets old and immersion breaking. Yeah, no, 100%. Just happened way too many times for me. I didn't even find all of them. Yeah, I think there was at least like 2 that I remember seeing and not finding the code and just saying, fuck it. One of them I did look up, actually. I think as Abby, there's like a motorcycle shop. And I thought I found the code. There was numbers on the wall, but I tried them, different sequences, and I just gave up and Googled it. But I got too scared of spoilers, and that was the only one I Googled because I didn't want to find some other shit. Yeah, they kind of start to build the whole Fedra being this crazy oppressive group, but also the WLF eventually being crazy oppressive too, I want to say. These, you know, this uprising against this government trying to keep things together, but then the WLF also being more ruthless, I think, in the beginning. And then eventually Fedra just, they lose this area, they leave, they withdraw, but someone, the government, bombs the hell out of downtown Seattle, which leaves it the way it is.
Fuel distribution. Here we go.
Fedra secured the shit out of this place.
Boston always had food shortages.
Whatever company made those safes have some crazy monopoly over other safe manufacturing companies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone has, in this post-apocalyptic world, the same safe, or at least before. I remember wasting a bullet on this lock. I thought I could shoot it, and it didn't work.
Get through.
Maybe a different one. Yeah, before I walked up to it, I shot it.
All right, I got you.
I love these tall grass moments. They're just so fucking cool. The fact that you can shoot from here, you can craft from here. Like I'll craft something. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and waste my Molotov. I think I turned up the frequency in which I'll find resources, so I'm just gonna let it rip every time. I'm looking for kind of an easier experience this go around. What am I looking for here? It's a truck, I can't get on it. Oh, there we go. How long have I been streaming? Okay, I'm gonna go for 2 hours, so another 15 minutes, and then I'm heading out. I could use that Molotov, but I wasted it. Jesus. Fuck. Okay. Okay, I can make one. There we go. Oh, no. Do I have a shiv? Maybe I have a shiv. You said, excuse me? Okay, I just need some time to craft. Yes, okay. Dina, get out of there. You're alright, Dina, you're alright.
I think that's all.
Yeah, the fire's amazing too.
Still people
It doesn't spread. That's maybe, you know, you could have done that.
Maybe they
I guess another it's a dumb gripe and detail that didn't need to be there. But you know, there's like Far Cry 2 where they have that spreading fire. It could have been done, and although this is green grass, so it's not necessarily gonna. So maybe it didn't need to happen, but I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. Oh, here's that synagogue area. Callum, I should probably go to sleep now as it's 4 a.m. and I have no idea what I'm still doing up. Have fun and happy hunting. Callum, Jesus Christ, dude. Go to sleep. I will see you when I see you.
Hey, Ellie, this place is a synagogue.
How can you tell?
One, there are menorah decorations on the wall. It's a Jewish thing. And two, I didn't burst into flames just now, so
Burst into flames?
it's just a dumb joke.
Oh, unlike your other ones.
You shut it. This place brings back a lot of memories. My sister used to drag me to a synagogue all the time.
You never struck me as much of a builder.
Nah, but I like coming from a long line of survivors.
You mean after Outbreak Day?
That, and the Inquisition, and the Holocaust. My family always made it out alive. Barely.
I think that's actually a good stopping point. End it there. Maybe we will pick up where I left off in another stream, or it's possible that won't happen, but we'll see. So this has been Fonzie from Plastic Cards Podcast. Thanks for hanging in there, guys, and maybe we'll see you again. Bye-bye.